Hello everyone. It's 1:55 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, the ground is wet from the rain. Um, so I honestly did not count how much change I have. Um, so I think I have $1 and something in cash left over, and the number that I hate, that comes in between 15 and 17. That's how much that amount of cents, not dollars but cents. Like 15 cents. Well, imagine 1 cent more than that. Um, that's how much I have left in the bank. That I'm wrongfully cursed with having that much in the bank. So I had, you know, breakfast this morning, and I don't know if I should sit down or not, but I had breakfast this morning, but the library closes today at 5, and um, you know, the library closes today at 5, and I'm legally allowed to be here, after 5 o'clock. But, I don't want to take the chance of being illegally swatted and wrongfully thrown in jail again, you know, set up and lied on. So, like, I'm asking in advance for help with funds for dinner, and but it seems like I get ignored if I try to do a live. I'm sorry, I knew I was gonna accidentally say that. If I do a regular video or a community post, I get ignored and nobody helps. It seems like, and if I were to ask on TikTok or Twitter or any place else, I get ignored and nobody helps. But it seems like YouTube is the only way, and even if I live stream on YouTube, sometimes I don't get the help. But it seems like live streaming on YouTube is like the only possibility of help that I would get or might get, you know. Um, like now that I've been live streaming, people have been paying less attention to my regular videos and community posts. But seems like they only watch when I'm live streaming. And they only tune in when I'm live streaming. But if I do a regular video or community post, like, I get pretty much ignored. And then y'all know that the stalkers try to sabotage and stop me from live streaming. And I not long ago woke up and I have a headache. My sleep was about approximately 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, like, with me dealing with being homeless, it's hard that I can't get to lay down, or I have to just sit up on that bench, sitting down. I don't like, they have what's called anti-homeless architecture, But then it's like I have like what seems like prison-like spaces like on the bench, where you just got like 3 spots to sit on the bench, and I can't lay down. And so then I just have to sit up. And I know people will say that that's the cause of the fluid in my legs and probably around my heart. And and you know, for me to have to just sleep sitting up, and especially when it was cold in winter, I definitely did not get to you know, I definitely did not get to sleep at all while sitting on the bench. But now that the weather is warmer, you know, I might get to doze off for like an hour or two, or I'll be lucky if 3 hours. And most nights I just cannot sleep, and then I have to stay hyper vigilant because I never know what weirdo is gonna like. Come on, man, these flies! Shucks! Wow, they're harassing me. Wow. But see, they planting flies to come and harass. So, but yeah, if I do get the possible so-called fortune or luck to get to doze off and fall asleep, um, there's like almost always they plant a gang stalker, whether homeless or not. They will, whether the perp is homeless or not, they always plant a gang stalker to come do something crazy or force wake me up or startle me out of my sleep on purpose, keeping me forced sleep deprived. Or they plant a perp to do something dangerous enough to make me fearing for my life. So um so yeah, they keep me sleep deprived that way. I see there's a parent that planted here that dressed her kids in perp color clothes. So I so yeah, like they were like they might send a gang stalker to startle me out of my sleep or force wake me up just to ask me the most unimportant kind of question you could imagine, on purpose to frustrate me, and then or cause an argument with me, or do something life-threatening or dangerous on purpose so I couldn't go back to sleep and to keep me sleep deprived. Or they might plant a perp to come and sit next to me on a bench while I'm sleeping, and then I wake up and feeling unsafe. And then like a narcissistic control freak fake friend or fake TI perp will say, "Oh, you're stupid for letting them sit on a bench by you. Now, what if I'm like, well, how would I? What you mean? I let them? I didn't know if I was sleeping. So, or if they might be like, oh, well, what if they would try to manipulate for me to be extra so-called paranoid. I hate that word. And so for them to be like, now what if that person would have poisoned you or what if they would have drugged you or done this to you or done that to you or whatever, you know? So, or what if they would have raped you or what if they would have stole your stuff or what if they would have done this, done that? So for multiple reasons, I have to like stay hyper vigilant as possible and keep my eyes wide open because I never know what perps or people are going to do, you know. So I have to, especially in New Orleans, it's less safe than Pensacola, Florida. You know, I had some dangerous nights in Pensacola, but I'm surprised that being on the streets in Pensacola every now and then, I sometimes had certain nights where I could be able to sleep peacefully, and nobody to bother me, you know. But sometimes I might have the misfortune of being perped and harassed all night long, you know. So basically, I have to stay like hyper vigilant and awake all day, every day. I mean, I'm sorry, like all throughout the night. And then sometimes come here and get little to no sleep. On rare occasions, I've gotten a whole damn 8 hours of sleep, but on average, I might get between 2 and 4 hours of sleep some days. And then by the time I wake up, like the majority of the day is over. And oh, it's trying to rain again. Hi. It's like the sun is trying to come back out and it's trying to rain again at the same time. So yeah, it's definitely trying to rain again. So it doesn't look like the library is going to be closed for Father's Day. Like on Mother's Day and Father's Day, the libraries they'll be open. But yeah, so with today being Friday, I definitely won't have a chance to work on any writing or anything. Well, maybe I could do some Bible listening, but like I woke up with a headache. Like I dozed off at like 10:26 this morning, and then woke up at 1:17. I had to use the bathroom, but I think I had like some spottiness with my sleep. Excuse me. And I had to use the bathroom really bad, like for forced urination, kind of needing to use the bathroom really bad. So it's like when I have to be homeless on the streets, like how could I have a job and work if I got to be up all night and then work an 8 hour shift? That's not even a livable wage. And then get wrongfully fired from the job for quote unquote underperforming or dealing with being gang stalked and workplace mobbed, and then be more prone to having a like my Tourette's gets worse when I'm sleep deprived, So it's like I heard that the stalking cult, they want to keep the target to be barely functioning, poor, homeless, and if you're lacking your basic needs, I heard that can affect you mentally. Like if you don't have, adequate food, clothing, shelter, all that can affect you mentally. And I heard in some cases on more extreme level, it can affect you spiritually as well. Um, so like I'm barely functioning and can't even think clearly, can't even, like imagine if I had a permanent home and didn't have disgusting trash neighbors and neighbors from gang stalking neighbors from hell. If I could just go to sleep at night and have a peaceful night without being tortured with weapons, not being harassed by neighbors, and if I could just have a peaceful sleep at night and then wake up and just work on novels and work on writing and be able to think more clearly, and then not have to deal with online stalkers making fake bad reviews on my ebooks and stuff, or trying to go and slander me everywhere they can. I actually could earn a living and earn some money and be more successful without having to quote unquote beg or ask for nothing. So like I forgot what perp it was, but I busted a perp lying. This gang stalker on move. One of my twin sisters YouTube cult followers had one of the YouTube gang stalkers lied, and I caught them lying and saying that I always post up my own location in every live stream. They lie and say that I post my location in every live stream. I can't even type in my own live streams. It's like, and I've also caught the stalkers lying and saying that I pretend to be fake Darnell, fake Damnesia, that I pretend to be fake Darnell and harass myself for pity. They get those thoughts from my twin sister. When she admitted to being sworn to secrecy, to never revealing his fake Darnell's real identity, in which she's in cahoots with crimes, with cyber crimes as well. You're committing cyber crimes and crimes against your own twin sister, because you would do it commit crimes in person, and the police would side with you if anything happened. If I had to call the police, and just like the abusive fake foster mom and the fake foster family and anybody from the mentally slow, crazy biological family, they would defend my twin sister's lies over my truth any freaking day, and don't give me the time of the day and don't give me a chance to explain myself or nothing. So it's like the stalking cult. I explained before that they're not letting me work. I'm already disabled with certain limitations. Like the other day when I was at Chipotle, the music was so loud and that I'm like, no way in hell could I have a job working like this. And I don't see how other people can do it. That they can function around noise and chaos. Or certain jobs that people work at, and I'm a customer, and the music or TV is so loud that I have to fucking scream my damn order out. And then they still get my order wrong. But I guess, I don't know how the fake psychiatrist when I was in my teenage years, how did she know that before I did? She told me, and I got offended and hurt and upset that, I wanted to work and have a job so bad, and the former foster mom wouldn't hide. She would not allow me to work. And in New York, the mental health system kept trying to block me and wouldn't let me work, and trying to act like as if mental health system is supposed to be the main priority in my life. And so many people that kept trying to prevent me from getting a job and working or kept trying to sabotage and just wouldn't let me have a job or work. But I thought that the psychiatrist was just trying to downplay my dreams, or my dreams of success in life. So she told me that I would not be able to handle or work a fast food job, and I guess she was right about that. But all this damn I think a lot of the foster care experimentation and mind control might be why and how I'm so hypersensitive nowadays. You know. So, oh man, I have a freaking headache. And I took my bentonite clay and amazing grass supplement this morning. I took them this morning, during my breakfast hours. So, I'm having like so I don't know when could be the next, and I know today is Friday, right? Yeah, today and tomorrow the hotels be more expensive. So I don't know when it could be the next opportunity. And it's supposed to rain every day, during the day, but I think sometime next week it's supposed to rain overnight. But I don't know when I could get enough funds for help with more hotel, and who could or would help me, for me to get more funds with help with hotel nights. And I desperately need to get trying to get my laundry washed, and I need more soap and toiletries, and at the moment I don't even have enough money for a meal to eat. So the stalkers keep intentionally and maliciously spreading lies and trying to rewrite history on my life and think that they know my life better than I know my life. How can an internet stranger try to tell what happened in my life when I was in elementary school? How do you think you know my life better than I know my life? And my right shoulder is still hurting so bad that it's difficult to lift my right shoulder after the last wrongful arrest. And the officer, when he wrongfully handcuffed me, my shoulder, it was putting strain on my shoulders so tight that my arms were hurting so bad that I felt like I was going to pass out from the pain. And then he took the long and slow way on purpose to wrongfully take me to jail. And my shoulder is hurting, but yet he tried to talk about, oh, I don't want you to be hurt while you're in my custody. But then he blamed me for the reason why I ended up being in pain with the handcuffs. And hold on. You see this? This is the scar still on my hand from the on my wrist from the handcuffs. All because fake Damnesia illegally swatted me and thought it was funny. And tomorrow I have to go and see a notary tomorrow morning. And now the stalkers are harassing me about how me going to the notary won't do any good. Well, I'm got no choice but to be my only witness. And the court date is so close that it's on June 25th. Tomorrow is June 14th. It's my oldest brother's criminal, illegal, satanic, fake, crusty, dirty birthday. The oldest one. But yeah, like I so like tomorrow morning I have to go and see the notary, and if the librarian said that they couldn't, you know, be a witness in court or nothing, what make you think they're gonna be a witness to the notary signing? So that's another way to set me up. And the stalkers are bragging and laughing and talking about that they hope that they throw the book at me. That they hope that the judge throw the book at me and for me to be incarcerated. And it's like they taking advantage of the idea of illegally stalking me to the point where they know that the Louisiana so-called justice system is corrupt and full of injustice. So, and they're bragging and rubbing it in my face, talking about that I'm going to go to jail on my court date on June 25th. I cannot, and the fake public offender, he's younger than me and acting like he delusionally believes he's an authority figure over me. I never heard of a lawyer being in a position of authority over the defendant or whatever, that's fighting crimes. I thought their job was to assist you and help you beat the case. But this motherfucker is not even trying. And people, like, when after the arrest from January, the fake public offender, he's like, oh, you got arrested, but yet you had permission to be there? Oh, that doesn't make sense. And so he wouldn't allow me to explain a damn thing. And now he is narcissistically demanding for the judge to question my mental health competence, and he's trying to he threatened to manipulate for the judge to declare me incompetent to stand trial. So they put me through all this hell with forcing me to go. They try to make it like the letter was. At first, the public defender was saying that the letter was okay. Then later on, the next court date, he tried to say it's not okay, and saying I had to get a notary. And the stalkers brag and admit to working closely with the prosecutors, the public defender, and the judge against me to wrongfully take me down. And fake Damnesia, fake Darnell, he admitted to that the end goal is to sex traffic me into prostitution, and that's why they're doing this jail thing. And they're satanic cult they're satanic cult that want to sex traffic me, and they want me to lose my soul and go to hell. They're after my soul. And they're stupid. Cause why the hell should I sell my soul for crumbs? That might be why certain celebrities turn to drugs and stuff. If they sell their soul and don't get what they thought they were going to get, and then they're hurt by it and then turn to drugs or whatever. But then again, I heard once they sell their soul, they put under MK Ultra anyway. And they don't have freedom, and they don't get to have a mind of their own. And they can't even, they're totally controlled and enslaved, like what they say, marionette dolls or marionette puppets. So and for the stalkers to say that they hope that the judge throws the book at me, or tell me that the judge is going to throw the book at me. So if the justice system were to do right, they would fake damnesia, and a lot of the other stalkers would you know, they would look into it and be prosecuted. I mean, they would look into it and prosecute the stalkers, and it would be great if they could prosecute the stalkers and restore my stolen social media accounts. But a lot of these social media be behind satanic stalking, to the point where if you mention gang stalking on TikTok or directed energy weapons, or you don't even have to mention gang stalking, just stalking, and it's only certain people are allowed to mention it. And certain people's videos are allowed to flourish while talking about gang stalking, while others are not. And or they consider you a dangerous person for documenting what they're doing to you, their threats, their attacks. And when you document it, oh, you're the one that's breaking the community guidelines or terms of service, or you know. And I'm largely shadow banned everywhere. My blog is heavily shadow banned. My Twitter is heavily shadow banned. My YouTube is being suppressed. Other social medias, like, it's like as if I don't exist. Like, I get very small engagement. If I might get like 1,000 views, but 2 likes and no comments. Or if I do, I end up getting a comment that's abusive, narcissistic, and rude, in defense of the stalking cult members. You know, I do not do drugs. And I mean, so the fake public offender, he's a perp, a satanic perp, part of the cult himself. And for him to talk about and I have told him about gang stalking, in which he kind of found out he's part of it too. And he had it out for me since day one. And, you know, he's abusive, narcissistic, hard and mean, and difficult to communicate with. And he's that type of narcissistic abuser. He's that type of narcissistic abuser that every word that comes out of his mouth is triggering. And that's psychological, mental, and emotional torture for me. Hi. I don't like to talk to people that's going to trigger me to lose my temper or say stuff that's upsetting, you know. So I'm barely surviving and fighting for my life every day. And the stalkers falsely accused me of eating at 3 meals a day and 5-star meals and living it up in 5-star hotels. But then I get insulted or made fun of if they find out what cheap motel I'm at too. I never had a 5-star hotel. I never had a 5-star hotel with this homeless life. Not even 4-star. Like, on rare occasions, I got to have maybe a 3-star hotel, but mostly it's 2-star hotels that I've been staying in, or even sometimes 1-star. But on rare occasions, it have been like 3-star. But I don't even like. I rarely even get that. But it's most of the time 2-star hotels. But I never got to afford and never sought out to be in a 4 or 5-star hotel. So, but on rare occasions, they might have had like certain hotels that's so nice that for people to consider me humble enough to feel like if I go and I'm like, wow, this hotel is so nice that I feel like I don't deserve this. This is too nice, you know. Look, they got a perp illegally smoking. And so like, but maybe I'm being sarcastic with myself, but yeah, it's like I don't even get that experience that much, but if all the cheaper hotels is you know, I mean, I try to wow, and he come right by me. Are you damn serious? Now he's looking at me like I'm freaking crazy. Yeah, he's trying to cause trouble on purpose. See, he's not even here for library purposes. He's here just to perp and harass while I'm doing a damn video. He's trying to set me up, maliciously and intentionally. Excuse me. So, and every time there's a court date, the stalkers, they work even harder at trying to sabotage me having a hotel and fake damnesia. See, they hit me with weapons causing me to burp. He admitted that he wanted me to be dirty and disheveled. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word. Dishevele. Wait, Dishevevled. That word. I think it's pronounced disheveled. He admitted that he wanted me. If I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, then I apologize. But I never heard the word pronounced, I don't think. But he admitted that he wanted me to be disheveled and dirty, and so that I can lose that I will lose credibility with the judge for court date. Like, they don't want me to go to court looking nice or looking well, quote unquote appropriate for court. They don't want me to quote unquote look appropriate for court. So they want me to be discredited, and it's like all what they're doing to me is fraud and attempted murder. It would be something if that man did not come to the library to come use the services, but if he come here just to smoke around me and then leave. That's the type of dumb shit that these stalkers do. If your sole purpose is to come and smoke around me just to get me agitated and then leave. And then leave. Or they try to pick an argument for nothing, So, like, they are trying to silence my voice of getting the truth out, and then yet at the same time falsely painting me as a liar. They feel threatened by me. So, I don't know when I'll get my next shower or hotel night or laundry done. I need more soap, rubbing alcohol, food, rest, clean clothes. Yeah. So I have less than a quarter in the bank. 9 cents, a quarter, that minus 9 cents. Yeah, that's how much I have in the bank. And I have like $1 and something in cash. So the stalkers falsely accuse me of choosing to live like this because I'm not selling out. because the only way that they will quote unquote unlock my so-called freedom to have a normal life, and like the Freemasons and the cult members, they lie to the target and say that if you sell your soul and join them and become satanic and evil, come on, then they will take your name off the gang stalking list and then stop harassing you. And then they admit that they then later on people say that that it's all a lie, because even fake TI perps, they're being both targeted and perped. It's like they sold out, but at the moment that they disobey, they can end up being back targeted again or outright murdered, because they said that, oh, all the inside secrets of gang stalking after you sold out. So then they try to take you out and murder you, and then cover it up and make it look like a suicide. But I hate when people falsely accuse me of being part of their targeting or trafficking or whatever. Or the moment they see me in a hotel, they falsely assume that I sold out. Like, if I can have a $5 hot sausage sandwich and they see me that I had a sandwich and feel like, oh, Candy's sold out, oh, who's helping her, and this and that, whatever. Oh, she got a gift certificate, oh, she's part of the and I'm not. Like, as I said, I got that Chipotle gift certificate, that reward from YouTube partnership, and look, I could still smell the smoke. Excuse me. And can't breathe. So I'm forced to have to live this way. I don't have the fortune to be homeless living in my car, or if that's even any kind of fortune, because I heard that, the cops harass you even more, or ticket you, or do you this and do you that, and they're making it illegal to be homeless sleeping in your car. I don't have a car to sleep in. I cannot do gym memberships because it's not easy to cancel the gym membership. And also, with the gym memberships, if I get wrongfully kicked out and banned from the gym, and then I can't cancel the membership because I can't set foot on that property, and then for them to just continue to take money out of my account. So that's why I can't even take the chance of going to pay for a gym membership. So what time? And now it's 2:39 p.m. in the afternoon. I got like 2 hours and 20 minutes before the library closes. And as I said, I would like to live stream and chat with y'all, but if no one helps me with food for dinner, then when the library closes, I'm gonna have to just go across the river and then live stream. Oh, like across the river, live stream and try to ask for help, for dinner if I haven't had the help by then. It would be nice if I could have help with dinner now. Dinner and breakfast tomorrow, since I have, since I have that, and since I have to go see the notary. So, I don't know what to do if the notary person turns me away and says that my documents aren't good enough, or I don't have any witnesses. I cannot get the librarians. But people, my supporter subscribers say, why are the cops too lazy to look at the camera the camera footage for proof that I did not break into the library? Or why don't they look at my live streams, or Or why don't they look at live streams for proof that I did not break into the library, like the stalkers lied and said? And both instances were moments where I stepped out of the library building before the library closed. That's what's crazy. And y'all saw me filming and live streaming the whole entire time. Even though they would keep trying to cut off my video, trying to kick me out my own live streams and cut off my own live streams. Like, they are hurting me and trying to kill me and think it's fun. The stalking cult. So, I don't even think that Cindy has ever been targeted, because if you're a fake TI perp, a lot of the times if you're a fake TI perp that was formerly targeted and then sold out, it seemed like they harassed me temporarily, and then after a few months or after a couple of months, leave me alone. But someone who had never ever been targeted but just pretending to be targeted, it's like they had they're the ones who like harassed me, or stalkers, that even the stalkers that don't ever claim to be targeted, they harassed me for years on end, but I don't even know if today is a day I could have gone swimming. But like at the Orleans Parish pools, I really don't, with the hood ghetto people that be there, like I a lot of times I don't feel safe swimming. Like, those people be dangerous, especially the teenagers and kids, or younger adults. They be like dangerous thugs. So I know the stalkers, they waited till there was a scheduled court date to take an old video from YouTube and prank call the hotel, La Quinta Hotels, and have me wrongfully permanently banned from all Wyndham hotels, because the stalkers wanted to make sure I didn't get to have hotel nights, and to be able to freshen up and take a shower and rest and groom myself, to be, because they want me to lose credibility in court. They're finding fake, fraudulent ways to make me lose credibility in court. And something else I needed to say that slipped my mind. So I'm going to get off here for now, and I don't know what I could do, but I'll listen to the Bible and try to see what else I could do. But I love y'all, and if I don't get help, I'll see y'all once I get across the river.